Welcome back to another episode of Alpha Quest. I think it's a third episode, not too sure. It's been a little bit of a delay just because it's Christmas time and things be crazy. So, we had a little bit of progress since the last episode. So yeah, we got 2 cards, one of which is, we got a simulacrum. This we traded with a friend of ours. This and a whole bunch of stuff I traded. He wanted a tabernacle and a moat, but you know, this was just in the trade. So I'm keeping that, and with this one as well. Probably just gonna sell this like in the slab, just because like a raw copy is like a 120 and even an 8 goes for like 300, so it's like kind of crazy. So I'll probably sell this one and then buy more alpha. But those are the 2 things we got. Let's put this one in the binder where it should be right now. I'll show you the progress of the binder. We got some stuff. We got a little bit of progress. It's gonna take a little bit, of course, but this is the kind of the progress we've made so far. Not much. We gotta put the simulacrum in there, and we gotta figure out what we can get with the bulk that we've gotten for the most part. So yeah, not much. Guys, I told you, it's going to take a very long time. So, we've recently purchased a shit ton of bulk. We got all that, and I have been slowly sifting, actually not slowly, kind of aggressively, sifting through it. And this is the past 3 days right here. This stuff, and this stuff, these 3, 4, 5,000 counts, are all things below 15-cent threshold. That's kind of thing we set for ourselves. And these 2 right here, this one and then this full one, I know it says 10 cents, but we do 15 cents. We changed what we do. Are full of things over 15 cents. So selling off this stuff will pay for this stuff, for the alpha cards that we want. So we have a lot of work, and it's Christmas, so we don't have much time. So what we're gonna do is the stuff that's already sifted, I don't wanna bore you with just sifting through all this crap. So what we're gonna do is we'll take 1,000 cards out of the bulk that has already been sifted. We will catalog it. Oh my God, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna be a work in progress. So what I think is we'll do is we'll just choose one 5,000 count. I'm doing this on the fly here. This is definitely on the fly. So we'll choose one 5,000 count. What we'll do is I will sift through it by set with the new machine. This is the new card sorting robot right here. TCG Machines, the Cybatch 9000. It's super fast. It's crazy fast, like almost too fast. I probably have to like staff someone to actually work this machine. So right now, what we'll do is we'll do a pre-sort on this and sort it by set with that 5,000 count. And then once we're done with that, we'll then take it, put it in the Roca and redo it, alphabetize it, and actually figure out how much value we have. All right, let's get started with the initial pre-sort. Before it actually goes into the Roca, we'll do a pre-sort with the Cybatch and see where we're at. All right, so it's pretty easy to load up this machine. It loads up right here, goes into a big pillar. I'm not sure, I think this is an extra, or I don't know, they might come standard now, but it holds around 1,750 cards, I believe. So it loads in like that. What we're doing now is we're taking all the stuff that we already sifted and that the machine told us is over 15 cents or whatever it is, 10 cents, whatever I forget, to tell you the truth. It's been a whirlwind with Black Friday and everything like that. So what we'll do is put in there, it feeds it through a conveyor belt, scans it right here, passes it through, and what we're gonna do right now is do the course sort of pre-sort by set. And then what we'll do is once we get 1,000 cards, what the machine does is it scans the cards, detects the set, and assigns it to a bin. And then as it goes through, it keeps detecting new sets. And then once it hits a certain, actually, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just making it up. But that's what I think it does. So that's what we're gonna say it does. So it goes down, it detects the set, it puts it in the right bin, and then it'll try and keep, I believe it's 3 or 4 sets in the same bin. So I could be wrong, but we'll figure it out. I'm not sure what the settings say. Discover by set. Yeah, okay, so it discovers a set, assigns it to a bin, and then whatever. Because if I just took all these cards and then put them into the Roka, once it's done sorting and, you know, my employee has to put it away, it'll be a nightmare because like we'll have like 10 cards or 20 cards from one set, 15, 20 cards from another set, 30 cards from another set, 50 cards from another set, 100 from this set. This way, once we sort of sort it down to like 5 or 6 different sets, it becomes a lot more manageable and easier. So that's what this machine does, along with a lot of other things. It definitely helps us with making lots for like Amazon and eBay and things like that. So as we're sorting our stuff, it's simultaneously making us lots for Amazon, eBay, and things like that, which they do extremely well. But what we want to do is the higher value stuff. You know, we want to sell on our own and be able to get more value for our stuff. So that's what this is going to do. So let's load it up and then start feeding it through the machine and figure out what it's going to do. This is the first time I'm using this option for the machine, so let's figure it out. Okay, so it's able to fit pretty much an entire row from a 5,000 count box into the magazine. I'm not sure if it's called a magazine, but I'm gonna call it a magazine because of, you know, loading things. Whatever. So there, it's in there. Then what you do is you take this weight, which is surprisingly very heavy. It's like got the density of a dying sun, and you put it on top. Close the door. Make sure, it's hard to do with one hand, but make sure that little thing is closed. And then you take this little guy, close it. That's it. One time I forgot to put that on and all the cards fell and it was just a nightmare. So let's run the sorter, see how it operates, see what it does. A lot of, you know, any new tech, definitely gonna be some hiccups, some things you have to figure out. You know, this company being a Canadian-based company, it's not like I could just call them at any time and whatever. But, you know, they're very responsive when you do contact them with tickets and things like that. Some things you just gotta figure out on your own. Let's give this a go, start it up, see how we do. Okay, so just started it up. Let's see, it's gonna be a little loud. This is how it goes. It scans it, brings it down the conveyor belt. Now, I'm assuming everything in that bin is gonna be from one set. Once it switches the bin, we're gonna know that it's detected a different set, I believe. Let me check and see what bin 2 is assigned with. All right, so I think we did something wrong already. Okay, so it was a little bit off. We had to mess with a few settings. It wasn't changing the set thing, so I just clicked the wrong setting, basically. So now, this one should have all the same set in it. It wasn't doing that before. It was my error. So we'll see what the first thing got scanned. All right, so what is it? All right, so it's all Jumpstart. Yep. All Jumpstart. So that's good. And the good thing about this machine is you can load it and unload it as the machine is operational, which is pretty good. So now this one should all have the same set in it as well, and so on and so forth, until it reaches the point where it's no longer discovering a set that is in one of these bins, and then it'll be put to the overflow section. So, which it's probably gonna start already. See? So now we already got an overflow set, which is a few different sets. So that's pretty much what we do, and then it gets re-put through this process to set sort it, and then again and again and again. It seems to be working pretty well, so I will update you as soon as it's done, and once we get the sort going for the Roka. I know it's boring, and it's like kind of boring, I don't know what else to say, but this is like the process that builds inventory and will build your store. So like this is like things that are crucial. You can't just keep bulk in boxes and build a gigantic wall of bulk. You have to get it moving. As far as margins are concerned, it's probably the best margins that you can get in the game store industry and in all gaming, all trading cards. Bulk is probably the most profitable thing you could do for your business. Granted, it's hard work, endless, and I probably need to hire like 2 or 3 people just to do this stuff, but we'll get there. Sooner or later, we'll get there. So let's run this a little bit. We'll come back once we're done with that whole 5,000 count. Okay, so I just had a great idea. As it's sorting, whatever is in this bin, I'm going to take out. Normally what I'll do is like I'll step away and let it like build up and then run it through again. So now what I'll do is I'll just separate it myself and start my own little section over here of different sets, because it shouldn't be like a huge variety of different sets. So, I mean, it actually kind of is turning into that, but that's neither here nor there. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, so here we go. Starting our set little thing over here, because good things happens when people trade in bulk. Normally, it's primarily from a few sets. So as long as we don't sort bulk, the pre-sort from like different 5,000 counts, as long as it's from the same 5,000 counts, we should be good, considering how like when we buy bulk from people, we put it in a 5,000 count from a singular purchase. So in theory, we shouldn't have a lot of sets, but it's turning into a lot of sets. This set seems to be a lot. What's we got here? Oh, that makes sense. The new set makes a lot of sense. All right, let's check back in later. We're almost done with the sort, but look at this cool stuff that I found in there. We got some misprints. Now, what I normally do with misprints, like if it's like something like that, I'll just take all of them, take a scan of them, and then just put it up for bid on eBay. And that's literally what I do. It's easy. I know someone's gonna buy them because misprints people love. And even if I get $3 or $4 for it, that's more than what I would get throwing them in the trash. So that's what we do. All right, so one whole section is already sorted, completely empty. It's been about probably around like 30 minutes. It's already all done. The only thing is, make sure like what I'm gonna do next sort is just try and fan through the bulk and just see what I have a lot of and put them first. This way, this doesn't happen, because we have like, look, like this bin right here, we have 2 cards. So what set is this? So Kaladesh. We didn't get much in Kaladesh, so like that bin was kind of wasted, you know. So what we'll do is we'll like do a quick fan through and see what we have, because we have a gigantic stack of Infinity, Modern Masters, what else we got a lot of? Dominary, United, that's about it. But this is like what I did in between the sort. Like as it spit out the cards right here, I was going in and making individual sets and stuff like that, so we'll see. Okay, so starting the second sort, what I think I'm gonna do each episode is we'll do 2 rows per episode, and then we'll buy our cards that way, because it's gonna take, I'll be here all day, all night doing this. So 2 rows an episode, that's the rule. We're sticking to that. We finished 1. Got a lot of Infinity, but it says that they're valuable. We got a lot of Modern Masters and a lot of the new set, of course. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. People be trading their bulk. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll start the second sort, and then we'll see what we can buy. Guys, I'm not making this up at all, but I was picking up the cards out of the good pile, and this is the face card. That's what I get greeted with, a fucking Fury in bulk. I mean, oh my god, and here's the next card, a Goldspan Dragon. This is gonna be a good episode. We're gonna get some good cards. Okay, so 2 sorts down, we have all these individual sets to go through. the most Unfinity. I don't know why, but that's what happened. This is Aftermath, and then Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and then we have Modern Masters, one of them. So those are the primary like things that got sorted out of this 2 sorts. Now those probably, I would say 3,000 cards. It only took about like an hour and a half, maybe even less. So now this is individually sorted. Now comes the fun part. Like all these like one-offs, like these like little one-off sets that we didn't have any, like, I'm not gonna put them in the sorter. What I do is like, I really, doesn't matter how much they are. They could be $5, $10. I put them in the dollar binder downstairs. I don't even look what it is. It's more of like a fun little thing I do. If it's really expensive, like if, let's say if it's like a $15 card, I put it in the dollar binder, but I like put it behind something, so make it like a scavenger hunt. So that's what we'll do now. I'll probably have to do like a full sort just on the Unfinity, but it's already looking pretty good. We're gonna be in the money on this one, for sure. Between the Fury and the Goldspan Dragon, and I've seen another couple little goodies, but it's looking to be a good one. Okay, so we got this loaded up, and we were only able to fit 3 sets in it, the 3 biggest ones. So we got Unfinity, Caverns of Ixalan, and MH2. So we got 3 sets in there, 1,000 cards. Now it's gonna alphabetize it for us and catalog it so we can upload a TCG player. But one cool thing I want to show you. Okay, so one cool feature that they just implemented is called, this is the tablet for the card sorter, by the way, the Roka. Advanced set like recognition, so I can literally go down and be like, I'm only sorting cards from Unfinity, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Modern Horizons 2. This way it won't be able to miss-scan or anything like that, because sometimes every once in a while there are miss-scans and sometimes you don't catch it, and I'll upload my inventory to TCG Player and it'll be a little messed up. Complete nightmare. So this kind of protects me against that. I mean, I still go over everything that got sorted, but this is a really cool new feature. So you just literally type it in. What do we have? Unfinity. So right there, we got Unfinity. You just check it. And then we have some Unfinity tokens in there, I know that. And then you just repeat the process. And now, Lost Cap, so on and so forth. That way, like I said, it cuts down on miss scans, speeds up the process. It speeds up the sort, too, in general, by maybe like 15 minutes. So all around faster. If you are watching this and you have a Roka, reach out so they can activate that profile for you, because it's not on everyone's account. So let's get this sorted, see how much we got, and then we still have a lot more to sort. Jesus. Okay, we got our first sort done. It was $90 in cards. So we have some room to make up. Yeah, that would probably be the cheapest sort. Once we get into the better stuff, that'll be a lot better, because I've noticed a lot of things got mis-scanned. So a lot of things are like 2 and 4 cents. I don't know why. It was happening with Lost Caverns of Ixalan mostly. I don't know why. Maybe the market price was higher at some point. I don't know. Maybe at the time that I sifted. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen. Probably at the time I sifted, it was higher, but this stuff's been sitting for quite a while now. So that is what it is, but I'm not removing it from inventory. If it gets to this point in the game, it's getting listed. I don't care if it's 2 cents. It'll get listed, but the floor price will be 15 cents. And if it sells, it sells. And if it doesn't, I don't care. All right. So we got to put together some more stuff for another sort. And then I'm gone. I'm out of here for today. We will finish up in the morning. All right. Second is done. What do we got in there? $257. So we'll just say $250 and $90 is what? That's $330? Is my math right? I think my math's right. Wait. No. $340. Jesus Christ. All right, $340. And we have one more sort to go, like all the smaller sets that we got to go through. And these are all list cards. I normally like run the list cards separately, completely. just because the machines do have a hard time reading the very small set symbol. Should be one more sort. This is looking to be pretty good. I mean, the thing that you guys don't see is all the work that went into actually doing this, getting to this part. Probably, I would say, between getting the product, sorting it, sifting it, conditioning, moving all the stuff that's not near mint, and all that stuff, it's had to be, just this alone, probably 20 or 30 hours. So for me to potentially make, what is it, 300 and change? 20 hours? Do that per hour basis, it's not really a lot. Sure, it looks cool, it looks flashy. It's like, oh, $400 out of bulk cards, but it's like, it takes an immense amount of work, and it's really glorified and like kind of, it's like, oh, look at all this money I made from all these bulk cards that people don't want. But it takes so much time and effort, but it's something you have to do if you're in the trading card industry. It's just, you have to do it, or else like will just be swimming in cards. So we'll get one more sort done, and then we'll tally it up and buy some cards. All right, so we got the final sort done. It's all gone. Out of here. So the final sort came to we'll just say $195 right there. Boom. So $195, which brings the grand total to, I don't know. But we're gonna go to the computer and buy some cards, and we'll come up with the total then. So let's go. Okay, welcome to the buying portion of this video, where we get to spend our spoils. So in those three sorts, the first one was $90, then the second one was $250, and the third and final one was $195. So grand total of everything together is $540 smackaroos. Sounds like a lot of money. It's really not, considering the immense amount of time it takes to sift through it, catalog it, condition it, all that. You know, it is what it is. It's $540. It sounds like a lot, I know, but it's not. So we'll take out the seller fees, because of course we can't spend all of that because we have fees we got to pay. We sell on TCG Player Direct with all this stuff. So our fees are probably close to around 35% with this type of cards. Of course, if it was higher end cards, it would be a lot lower. But granted, like the low value of all the cards, probably around 35%. So take 35% away from 540, along with our purchase price, which was that was 4 full 5,000 counts full of bulk that we sifted through. And that is probably 2 5,000 counts, give or take. So every 5,000 counts, I pay around $70. We'll say $70 is my buy price. So let's remove the fees. All right, so $540, take away 35%, leaves us with $350. We remove our buy cost, which was $70. We're left with $280 to spend. All right, let's see what we can get. I'm not buying off TCG Player because 50% of the time I get beta and not alpha. It's amazing how many people do not know the difference between alpha and beta. They are literally different size cards. So we're shopping on eBay. So here we are in eBay. Literally all I do is I type in MTG Alpha into the description, into the search bar. I know, groundbreaking, but this is what we do. See, the thing is with eBay, especially when it comes with older, higher end cards like alpha cards, the buy it now option is almost grossly overpriced. So what you have to do is you have to bid. So we're gonna place a bunch of bids, and we're gonna see how we do. We're gonna place the bids at market. If we get it at market, so be it. If we don't get it, there'll be a to be continued on the next episode, so subscribe. All right, so let's scroll down, look through the list, see what we don't have. I'm seeing some things. Let's see what ends the quickest, because we want these cards quick. So, ending soonest, we have that. We want raw. We don't want any graded cards. Get out of here with that nonsense. Okay, so right here, we got the White Knight by the RNG-Gamez. This is an alpha card. I know it is. $79, 10 hours left. Let's see the market. So White Knight in alpha near mint goes for $512. There has not been any sales. Let's see what I would consider this. Oh, it's damaged. Okay, damage. Where's the damage? I don't know. I don't see any damage whatsoever. So we're gonna take a risk on this one. I'm not seeing any damage whatsoever, but in damage price, $218 is the lowest price. So if we want to get a deal, let's just say, I'm going to say 170. No, a little less. Because we got, what, 280 to spend? So $173.99 shipping. I'm going to do it. Let's place the bid. We're currently the highest bidder, $102. All right, next card. How much money we have left? So what do we have? We have about $180 left. Let's see what else we could buy. Now, raw cards, might I add you. Okay, we got a Paralyze. Wait, do we have a Paralyze? Let's go to the binder. Nope, we do not have a Paralyze. So we will bid on that. Let's see what the going market rate for Paralyze is. It's sold by ABU. I've bought off them a ton of times for alpha stuff, specifically for this series. It is in pretty good shape. I would consider this probably LP. LP for sure. Very clean, very clean. All right, let's see the market on a Paralyze. Okay, so current market is around $49 for Paralyze. Let's see what they're going for in lightly played, around $29. So if we want to get a deal, it's already at kind of market. We're gonna do it anyway, just because these guys always, you got to pay up for quality. There's never an issue when I deal with ABU. So I'm in the lead at $35. All right, 35. That's in. What do we got? What do we got left? $150 we have left. All right. So let's do it. We're currently in the lead with that one. What else we got? Throne of Bone. All right. Let's again by ABU. This is a going trend. So what they normally do is, what I've noticed is they put it up for bid at market. If it sells, if you get one or two bids, they're good with that. It's a good strategy. It's something that, I do as well. If I want to break even on something, I just put it up for bid at break even or market. If it sells, it sells. All right, let's see what Throne of Bone is going for. I guarantee you it's probably going to be around $33. So moderately played Throne of Bones, $44, $50. So okay, a little under. We might get a deal here. I'm going to place a bid for $45. So we have another $35 to play with. We might not win all of these. So let's use all of our money just in case we do not win all of them. All right, Cursed Land Alpha. Let's assess this one. We don't have this one. We know that for a fact. I would consider this probably MP. Yeah, probably MP to HP. I'd say more along the lines of MP. Let's look it up. Land right now on TCG Player. You could buy it right now, 42 buckaroos. So, you know what that means. We're going to go a little over on this episode, but we might not win everything. I'm just going to I'll do 37. Try and get a little bit of a deal here. All right. Let's place that bid. We are the highest bidder. All right, so there you go. We just spent around $280 on alpha cards. We theoretically spent it. We have to win the auctions, and if we do not win any auctions, I will be making like YouTube shorts of everything we won, and if we won everything, it's going to be great. Little YouTube shorts of me putting the cards in the binder, make a little community event here. But guys, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Alpha Quest. We have a lot more to go through. As you saw in the episode, we have, I don't know, a couple 100,000 cards to go through. It's going to take us quite a bit. It's Christmas time, so it's going to take me even longer. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one.